with the Galaxy S4 Zoom. Samsung shows the most interesting smartphone, or let's call it device of this year, at least up to now, because this tries the perfect combination of a digital camera and a regular smartphone on the back. So here we have a tenfold optical zoom. Normal smartphones use a digital zoom, so you lose a lot of quality, picture image quality with that digital zoom. So we have a real zoom, let's call it like that, like on normal compact cameras. And by the way, it's a 16 megapixels BSI CMOS sensor. And we have an optical picture stabilizer, image stabilizer. So this one will make, or I hope so, it will make better photos. We will make a media check afterwards, but I wanted to present you the device which arrived today as soon as possible to have a little look on the hardware and the software, and I will show you some of the camera features today, but let's keep on the hardware first, because I wanted to show you this one. This is that Xenon flash, so you don't have an LED only, and it's not brighter, not only brighter, but it's quicker. So meaning if you have a low light situation and you use a flash and someone is moving, let's say jumping, we have a chance to get him nevertheless with that Xenon flash sharp. And on the LEDs you have longer exposure times because it's not that quick, that LED. So in normal cases you will have problems with that. Down here below this thing you can pull off, we have for a tripod, micro SD card up to 64 gigabyte. Internal memory, by the way, 8 gigabyte, leaving around about 5 or 5.1 gigabyte free out of the box. But to show you that in ahead, so to say, you can move apps to the SD card here. So this 5 gigabyte seems to be enough, I guess. And here I wanted to show you that's USB slot, of course, and behind this flap you have that micro SIM slot, and behind this thing here is the battery which has 2330 milliampere hours. So that's not a lot, especially if you think that you have two devices in one, camera and smartphone. So we have to see if this one will be enough, or how long it will bring you through the day with that battery power. And especially this here, the mechanical how is it called? Sorry for that. Button here to make images, you know what I mean, especially because you have two tabs. A first one, just a single one with a just for activate the autofocus, and a second one you have to press a little bit harder to take the image. But unfortunately, as you can see here, I'm doing it now, if you hold this button, the camera won't start from standby mode. So you have, like you know it from Samsung phones, first to go here on that touch screen to unlock the touch screen, and then you can start the camera over here. And as you can see, and for this I would like to go a little bit closer. Here we go. Here we have that optical tenfold zoom, and that ring over here is, on the first hand, it's just for your zoom. As you can see here, I'm moving it like that. As you can see here, we have that zoom possibility. And I have to go a little bit ahead to go there, because if you're using the combination of pressing the autofocus button over here just slightly, and then move again that ring on the other side, as you can see here, in that case you have you can adjust the manual focus. So it's both, it's for manual focus and it's for in combination for the zoom. So that's a good idea, and especially what I like, at least in this expert mode here. I'm coming to the other ones back later. I hope you can see. Over here you have those inserts so that you can see what the actual aperture and exposure time, and the other things, just as you know from former, like the S4 for example, or S4 Mini, you have those over here and the settings are there. And especially what I experienced is that the optical image stabilizer is down here in the photo settings, not in the video settings. So it might be possible, I can say at the moment, that the optical image stabilizer is just for photos only. So we have to take that in the media check, where I will show you more of the photo and video quality of the S4 Zoom, but that takes some time, some days. So please be a little bit patient. I will give you that as soon as possible. But just for a moment, let's keep here on the features of the S4 Zoom, especially because this one here I wanted to show. This is of course full autofocus, and as you can see, you don't have any inserts here, and you have a slightly different, here is, as you can see, no additional settings. So you have this one and that smart mode here. That's something you might know from the S4 or S4 Mini, for example. Oh, it's not working. By the way, I'm sorry for those. Here we go. Okay, here you can especially move with one thumb your program settings, manuals, or whatever it's called. You know what I mean? So that you can choose, let's say, for portraits or for picture groups or for series, best phase and children landscape. But unfortunately, you don't have, again, that 360-degree photosphere mode I've seen on the beta of the S4. And as you might know from the Galaxy, from the Nexus 4, originally coming with Android, so that you can have that round 360 degrees in vertical and horizontal and everywhere. So this one is missing again here. And here we go. That's the most interesting, I guess, that expert mode. On the first, this is program setting, meaning that exposure time and aperture is set automatically by the software, but you can adjust. I hope you can see here. Let's say, for example, the brightness, the ISO, and the white balance and whatever, but the other things are made automatically. On the other hand, this C is standing for color with it, and that's of course that you can adjust some color tones and nodes here, and especially that manual mode is most interesting, because here you can adjust manually your exposure time, for example, on this outer ring, or here we have the here we go. The aperture, here you can set this one. And this is especially great. I can't hold it like natural like this one because you can see the touchscreen. But what I wanted to show is that you can move it with one thumb over here, here, and here with those three rings. So you can move your finger up and down. So you don't have to choose or to change between the one hand here usage and two hand usage. So just with one thumb you can adjust all those settings here, and that's a great idea and well made, I guess. All right, that's, I hope, enough for the first impression of the Samsung Galaxy S4 Zoom. Available right now. I don't have an official price from Samsung, but I found it, at least here in Germany, in the first web shops for 460 euros without any contract. And that's interesting because the S4 Mini, and that's kind of S4 Mini plus a camera, it's just some bucks more. So that might be an interesting price for someone who wanted to buy the S4 Mini and now goes to the S4 Zoom. Let's see if it's worth its money, but it could be a very interesting candidate, let me call it like that. All right, thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you back soon, and take care. Bye.